Okorocha suggests Oshiomhole has to be sacked for APC to survive beyond 2023. Rochas Okorocha, a former governor of Imo State and a serving senator, on Monday made insinuations suggesting that a prominent member of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) may need to be sacked if it must survive beyond 2023, when President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure would elapse. Okorocha did not directly mention the name of the person that needed to be fired, but he painted a picture that seemed to suggest he was referring to the national chairman of the APC, Adams Oshiomhole, who supposedly plays the role of a coach in the party. He said, "No party ever survives with crisis, and on a daily basis you hear about crisis in APC, and anytime a football team is not doing well, you don't blame the players, you blame the coach, and if he needs to be fired, you fire him and get a new coach to teach the people on how to win their matches." The Imo West Senator added that when you run a party based on sentiments, you are going to have a similar problem that the PDP had in the past. For God's sake, if someone is not doing his job correctly, he should be shown the way out so that others can come in. After all, we have more than 100 million people in this country. The senator, who had since been suspended by the Oshiomhole-led APC over anti-party activities, recently, before the APC National Executive Council NEC meeting, sounded a warning that the party may not survive after President Buhari's exit in 2023. Buhari had, during the NEC meeting, appealed to the APC stakeholders not to allow the party to die after his tenure. However, Okorocha, who spoke again during an interaction with some journalists in Abuja, insisted that there was an immediate need to address the internal crisis rocking the governing party beyond President Muhammadu Buhari's recent plea. The appeal by Mr. President is okay, but more needs to be done to reorganize the party, and any party that does not respect its organs is bound to fall and fail. You don't have the BOT, you don't have next meeting, you don't have committees working. That is not a party. So we need to call a spade and do things correctly, and the party will pick up and everybody will be very happy. For it is so that the whole idea of forming the sole idea of forming APC will not be in vain, he said. Okorocha, who noted that in 2015 we built the APC around President Muhammadu Buhari because of his integrity to wrestle power from the PDP, said members of the party were still going to ensure that the party did not die after his tenure, but that it needs to show leadership. Meanwhile, the former governor expressed optimism that the party stakeholders will jettison their grievances to ensure the party lives beyond 2023, as Buhari pleaded. So guys, it is not a new thing or a secret that Rochas Okorocha and Oshiomhole, they are cat and rat. Of course, we know what happened before now. So is still going to be saying that irrespective of what or how he has been able to get his position, as a senator, the drama that took place. And just like Okorocha said, what the president did, or the coming together, or just telling them that they should make sure that the party sees 2023 after he must have finished his tenure, that there must be another meeting, because to him, as Okorocha has said, it's not that a meeting alone, or what he has said alone, is not going to sustain what they really want as a party. Of course, the problem is that the president ought to have come in even before now, but he's always showing this I don't care attitude and try to place it on I don't want to interfere, I don't want to intervene, I don't want to, there are some people who are really designated to do or to carry out this reconciliation process. But now that things are getting out of hand, is now coming in, and with that, even all of them know that it's not going to help matter. We know that a lot of governors, APC governors, they have been calling for Oshiomhole resignation. Not even now, even before the 2019 elections, but they had to try to manage the whole thing so that it will not resort to something they never expected. They had to package the whole thing. But the thing is always coming up, always brewing that Oshiomhole must go, that the manner at which is handling the whole thing is fine. But some people believe that, oh, these governors are too powerful. They don't want to be cautioned. They don't want to be controlled. So they don't want to choose who and who to do whatever bidding they really want. But Oshiomhole does not want to give them, and it's like he's giving them a tough time. That is the way some governors are seeing it, and that is the way some supporters of APC are seeing it. And some believe that Oshiomhole is doing well because these governors need to be put to where they belong, because it's like they are taking too much. Some people are seeing it in that line. But one thing that is pertinent is that if this kind of a thing is happening in the party and they are not following procedures or going through due diligence, then what do you expect to happen at the larger society, which is the country? They themselves, they are the ruling party. So we all know how all of these things have been playing out, and that's why we are not making any headways. They are just patching a lot of things. If they want Oshiomhole to go, they know how to go about it. If they still want him to be retained, good and fine. Let them sort themselves out. But Oshiomhole has been surviving this you must go or you must not go uh, drama. But let us see how everything is going to land at the end of the day. And just like Okorocha said, that they just have to do the needful, that based on what the president said, he's not going to sustain anything. And he has to make sure that he does things accordingly, as a leader. But you should know that some vested interests are coming in, and the president might not really be in charge. Is showing even at the larger scale, even as the country is being run day by day, that he's not always interested. He's not always even in charge of those things. Like, people have been calling him for a very long time that the president had to wade in, but he just left everything. And by the time things get escalated and beyond what they can control, that is when he will not be coming. And at the end of the day, he will not even say much. For somebody who is really interested in the party progress, or even in the country progress, you see the person will always be there, will be up and doing. But that is why they are facing what they are going through right now. So pleading alone is not going to solve the matter. There still need to be an urgent meeting, from what Okorocha has said, and which is the right thing. The last time they met, the fake meeting they met, some people came and they disrupted the meeting, and the president had to leave, and unexpectedly, because people were really coming. So a leader would have stayed there, but I don't know why he's really running, or he's running from this whole thing that is none of his business. That is to tell you selfishness and most times greed about all of these things. It's all about me, 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 me. Whatever that happens to other people is none of my business. And it's not going to work that way, because they themselves know that even the meeting of that day, the president did not say much, or did not even say something they really wanted to hear, or something they are really expecting from a leader that that has that charisma, that will be able to put things right. They could see it that these mere words that the president said that day is not holding water, and that's why he's calling for another meeting. It's serious meeting at that. It's like nobody is putting it to Oshiomhole or putting it to the people who are against Oshiomhole. They have to bring them together. Somebody was like, oh, what is your business about a party this thing? It's not your business. It is not our business. And yet, see what is happening at the larger scale in the country, when they cannot put themselves together, when they are not following due process. So how do you expect them to follow due process, when it concerns Nigeria and Nigerians? So some people are just loyal to a fault without even looking at things from different angles. That is just the way it is. We always come here to make our own analysis. That doesn't mean that for the fact that we are saying it, we know it all. No, everybody is just trying to say his own opinion, and you have your own opinion to say. If you feel or you think that somebody is not saying what you want to hear, then you say what you feel that people should hear, and who knows, you might be making sense and somebody will pick from it. You don't just come outrightly and be accusing somebody, oh, you are biased, you are doing this, and it's not going to help anybody. Okay, if you feel that somebody is biased, then you prefer solution. Let us hear your own take. That's why we are all here. Nobody knows it all at all. Nobody knows it all. Everybody must come together. It's not just for fun, or you just want to criticize people that, oh, you are not doing this thing right. Even if somebody is criticizing, then you that know the right thing, tell us what you think about it. And that's why at the end of the day, we always say, okay, let us hear your opinion. Because if it's only our opinion that counts, We will just say that is just the way it is. Nobody knows it or nobody gets it right. And that's why you have people around you, because you might be seeing one thing in one line and somebody will be seeing it from a different angle, and you just like, oh wow, I never thought it this way. I never even imagined that it could, it could go that way. And you will learn from other people, but not just coming to say, oh, your hand is like this, oh, your head is like this, oh, you are not this, you don't have sense. No, it's not going to help anything. It's just, in that case you are just embarrassing yourself, because it shows that you have nothing to offer than, apart from abusing people. Some people, that is just their ministry, just to abuse people. Okay, tell us what you think. No, even if you want to advise people, you don't even abuse people, or you don't start cursing people. You need to tell them respectfully and intelligently, put your submission together, and people will learn from it. But if you are coming from the angle that, oh, this person does not have sense, then it shows how low that particular person is. That is just my own opinion. So, like Rochas is saying, that let there be another meeting, so that they will iron all of these things out. We still have the problems between Oshiomhole and the same Obaseki. They don't even know how that one is going to end. At the end of the day, there's trouble here and there. Somebody who is not settled, do you think the person will be able to reason well? Do you think the person will be able to have to be able to provide solution to some other things that are going on? So let them do the needful. But they are still calling that Oshiomhole must resign. If Oshiomhole must resign, I think they should know how to go about it. Okay, if they want to vote, okay, how many people support it or whatever. But if they want to go by their APC constitution, let them go about it. All this fracas here and there is not going to help them as a party, and is affecting the nation as well. Thank you very much. Bye.